Buonasera a tutti e bentornati a Bar Starfighters Italia. Oggi abbiamo un episodio speciale, quindi parleremo in inglese. So everyone, welcome back to Bar Starfighters Italia. As you can see here in Italy, we are literally melting. My best friend fan is on. My other good friend window is really open, and please pardon the emergency fixture to keep a little bit of the noise out. So we do have a special episode. As you might know, since I've literally made an announcement this morning, the XTC is going on. The XTC is currently in round 7 of the group stage. Two groups have already determined their winners that are proceeding to the final stage of the competition. 3 groups are still to be determined. Therefore, we decided to give you, a tiny bit of info about a thing or two that we have launched in the past weeks. Please pardon the noise. Again, we are literally melting. One of the things that we have recently launched for the XTC is a side painting competition that I am going to fish now from the official XTC website. As you might understand, this live stream is completely unprepared and improvised. So let me share my screen with you. Share screen, Chrome, this one, done. So, first of all, first thing first, with the support of Fly Better Podcast, fellow content creators, we have launched a painting plus game design competition for the XTC 2021. This competition is called Teamwork Makes the Dream Work, and you might ask yourself, why did you give this stupid name to the competition? Well, I would say that the reason is pretty easy. The XTC is the literal epitome of teamwork regarding X-Wing. You need a team that collaborates, striving toward victory, led by a very brave and also very patient captain, since most of the time the captain has to deal with me regarding rules and deadlines stuff. So what better competition than asking you, and by you I mean literally everyone listening to this cast, attending the XTC as a player, and or just spectating the XTC as a fan and cheering for their team, to enter this competition with a twofold mode. So you're required to do 2 things. First of all is get a TIE ship. It can be a TIE fighter, TIE SF, TIE BRB, TIE Advanced, TIE whatever. We do not care what ship is that, as long as it is a TIE, and repaint it. Repaint it as if Poe Dameron, aka Ryan Moisture Farmer's favorite pilot, is piloting it together with his best bud Finn. Teamwork makes the dream work. They keep on piloting the ship they stole, and they keep flying it into space in battle. You can find all the details of the competition on dxtc.space, exactly at this page of the website, the TWMTDW competition. But this competition has a second part. Not only you are asked to maybe mod, repaint, or do something to your tiny plastic spaceship, you are also asked to design a nice, original, cool ability for said spaceship. Please mind that you're going to use the Quick Draw TIE SF pilot stat line with the gunner slot already occupied by Finn gunner card. So it's the same ability as the Resistance Finn, yada yada, you know the drill, just design something brilliant, because you know what's going to happen? We are going to create a gallery with all the submissions, and we are going to have a very respectable panel of judges to judge said competition. In the jury, we're going to have Ryan Farmer, Diyun, unfortunately myself, just pretending that I know something about painting and or game design, and we're going to have also 2 special guests, 2 of the best painters out there. My friend Giovanni Pietro Bosio, aka Il Nano Nefasto. You can check his work either at ilnanonefasto.com or at this link over here, pimpmyfighter.com. And Mr. Jason Denton. You might know him as Enigma Wargaming. He has both a Facebook page that you should immediately check and a few Instagram profiles, one dedicated to X-Wing, and if I remember correctly, the other one dedicated to Warhammer 40k. What's gonna happen to the winning submission? First of all, your submission and its features, they're gonna end up on some swag delivered by Fly Better Podcast through their Patreon, and also you're gonna win an additional prize offered by the sponsor of the evening. So, right before I introduce them, I would like to say that said prize is offered by Redgrass Games. You might know the brand Redgrass Gaming, but just so you know, the prize does not come directly from them. The prize comes from Miniacs. Miniac Week, you might have heard me, you might have read me post about the event, and tonight I have two additional guests that are totally not hearing me at the moment, who are going to present you a in real life event. So let me remove this one, go back full screen, and introduce the first guest. My first guest is Michele Zanco, aka the coach of Team Italy for XTC, who is sporting a nice t-shirt saying, "Ooh, is that a Miniacs Week logo?"
Yes, it's the brand new t-shirt with the brand new logos from the Miniacs that is going to be a very big fair, the first very big fair in Italy, exclusively for miniature games, and this is gonna happen in real life, in person, for after quite 2 years of exclusion of these real life and in-person events in September in Milan. So,
and since we are speaking about a real life event happening in Milan, we do have another guest that is very suspiciously wearing an extremely similar shirt. So I feel very left out as I'm wearing my usual t-shirt. So please, everyone, say hello to Giulio, who didn't really know he was going live exactly now.
Actually, I didn't know about that. So I was doing my own things, and I just saw my face pop up in the stream.
Hello,
so,
you are live on the
hello,
internet,
everybody.
Julio.
Hello, everybody. Hello, mom. Hello, mom.
Surprise stream.
I did first things first, so I talked a bit about the XTC painting competition that you, as overseer, ruler, and overlord of Miniacs Week, have kindly decided to sponsor, offering some of the prizing. So Michele has briefly introduced Miniacs Week. Would you like to tell us what Miniacs Week is? Because people has been seeing my posts and say, "Oh, the fuck is Miniacs Week?"
Miniacs Week, basically, as Michele properly introduced, is going to be the first fair trade in Italy ever organized, fully dedicated to the miniatures. Okay, by miniatures we mean everything that is around miniatures. Look, Piffo, we are some kind of addicted to the miniatures. Every time a new miniatures come out, every time a miniatures pop up, no matter if it's Star Wars, Games Workshop, Fantasy Flight Games, Atomic Mass Games, Weird, Malifox, Infinity, Corvus Belli, and so on and so forth. Every time a new miniatures pop up, we are all asking, did you see that? Have you ever seen that? How it looks?
And we got a credit card cut.
Yes. Yes, this is, let's say, the trade-off of this addiction, okay? So after a really long time, we have been, let's say, organizing event in Italy for quite a while, for several years.
7 years and a half now.
Yes. So after a great opportunity, and then later on, if you all are interested, I will also explain that opportunity. A brilliant idea, or maybe an epic fail. Only the future will tell us how it's going to be. Make us understand that we didn't really want to make just another tournament. Okay, we just didn't want to make something bigger than we have been doing in the past. But we wanted to create back an old tradition for Italian, at least, an old tradition that for so many years have been missing. Have you ever heard about Games Day from Games Workshop?
I did hear about Games Day. I have never attended one, but I mean, if anybody between the viewers and players and stuff is a miniature players, I mean, a game day is,
I've been staff for Games Day in the past for his workshop, so was wonderful. Was a feast for miniatures lover.
A bacchanalia for toy puppets.
Basically, the purpose of that now, the only exception that this concept is strictly Games Workshop related. Okay, now I apologize for all people hearing me talking so much about Games Workshop, but in this world of miniatures, Games Workshop is kind of, let's say, one of the leading actor. So most of the tradition comes from this world. Okay, so that's why I'm making them as an example. But basically, the Games Day, for those who are not aware, are actually were, because they are not anymore since 10 years in Italy, weekend fully dedicated to this passion, fully dedicated to organizing tournament, open play, demonstration of new titles, meeting with painters, with designers, with the graphical artist that lives behind this amazing lore. Okay, now think that what we are trying to put in place, what we are trying to organize is basically the same approach, but not only related to Games Workshop, but actually related to everything that is about miniatures. Okay, so what we are trying to do is organizing a full week. Actually, we are trying to push 5 days from 1st to 5th September. So it's quite ambitious, I know. But we want to put a calendar in which all the system from all the gaming company are actually they have a space in this event, and the people really interested in them can find other miniatures lover, from tournament to open play, from demonstration of new title, also indie one, and not only important such
the
as
flagship ones. There's smaller
yes,
games.
exactly.
There's all sorts of games at Miniacs.
Actually, I've been, just to make an example, I've been in touch in the past weeks with a couple of Italian game designer that they are producing an independent game. Okay, they are producing their their three-dimensional miniatures and printing them, and they are, let's say, designing a skirmish, let's say. Good go, Michele. Good go. They are basically designing their own independent handbook. Okay, for this sci-fi skirmish game. So, and I thought that adding them into the calendar would be nice, exactly because we want to explain everybody that our aim is not to focus only on flagship only on flagship games, but to provide the spot, to provide the opportunity for everybody who loves this world, who loves this, let's say, this gaming industry, the one related to the miniatures, to have a place dedicated for them. Okay,
for everybody who wants to be there can be there.
Yes, exactly. There is not restriction, only passion. The only really requirement to be there is to be really passionate about this world. This is the only physical requirement. Okay, and maybe the green pass, but we will see in the future weeks how the govern, which will be the direction of the govern. But I'm not sure about that yet. But seriously speaking, what we only want is to bring passion in a world that let me be honest, in the past 2 years, due to this pandemic situation, was kind of affected. So I know that this is a really ambitious. I really know that it will be a really pain to organize and bring it to the end. But we have been, let's say, surrounded by people who are fully dedicated to this mission, people that are really, really enjoying the spirit on which we are trying to, let's say, to make it real. Okay, and I can only say thanks to all those people who trust in this event, and let's say are really going to attend to make it the best experience ever. I'm so hyped, guys. I really I must be honest. I'm really a bad seller because I'm too much hyped about this event. So I cannot convince you further.
Let me curb some enthusiasm. One of the things in the spirit of Miniacs Week, just as a disclaimer, I am not involved with the literal organization of the thing, because Giulio down here is kind of one-man banding it with some support from our lot, some contacts, and put a patch here, put a patch there, find some players here, but he's literally one-man banding it. One thing that we have discussed in the past and that has helped Miniacs Week stem from the original idea to become a full-fledged reality is that in the past years, all the fair and con events, especially in Italy, have been obviously opening towards a wider and wider and wider crowd, but from time to time, some of, I don't want to say the more hardcore, passionate crowd about miniature games, but war gamers have kind of been marginalized a tiny bit. In some fairs, hey, where can I find the war games? Oh yeah, they are in Pavilion 7 behind the turn. Just go to the end of the place behind the bar, just under, I don't know, the cosplay and LAN party competition.
Because we can say we are at the hard rock bottom of nerd as now, because we have passion, we have we need continuity to do our things. So it's really good to have a dedicated space for us this way.
I kind of understand as a first time ever fair organizer. I do understand their approach, Piffo and Zanco, simply because even though in the last few years the gaming industry has been shining a lot, and let's say the nerd culture, the pop culture increased a lot. Board game, role-play game, card game are being every day much more popular.
It has become literal entertainment.
Yep.
Yes. Miniatures is something for hardcore, as Zanco was probably saying. Okay, even for a shop, for instance, even for a retailer shop, it's much easier to organize. It's much easier to keep on the shelf board games, role-playing, because they are just books. And miniatures instead requires a dedicated environment, require a community, require a dedicated and constant support that most of them cannot afford. So think at that exactly. Think at painting. You take well, since we are talking about X-Wing, you people will accept this. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. The same. It's from the same company.
Okay.
Can we have a deal on that? Okay, think at that. You must absolutely perfect, Zanco, perfect. You must take it, unbox it, build it, paint it, define your basically battlefield, learn the rule and play. Okay, it's a 7-step activity that is so much time consuming, and if it is time consuming for the player, image for the retailer, okay, image for the selling person, okay. So our aim with the Miniacs is exactly to bring, let's say, balance in the force and create an event fully dedicated to the miniatures, in which everything is built around the concept of the miniature. Michele, please show the logo once again.
Be our model boy.
Actually,
sorry.
Actually, if you guys have a look at this logo, the logo is composed by, beside the amazing body of Michele, this is kind of obvious, okay? But basically, if you can have a look, it's not only a dice. It's a dice with a logo on the six of the dice. And the logo is composed by three elements: the heart, the brushes, and the dice. The component, basically those three components represent in my head, and actually in the project of this event, represent the declination of the concept of miniatures lover. A person that plays with dice, a person that loves so much this industry, a person that is dedicated to the hobby represented by the brushes. Now, Piffo is introducing a painting competition, so brushes is, let's say, the perfect, let's say, tool.
Perfect metaphor.
The perfect metaphor to represent this. But basically, this is actually what we want to represent. And this is what we are trying to achieve. And we deeply know that in order to achieve this result, we are forced to do it all together.
But I do have one thing to say. You referred to the three elements composing this metaphor of Miniacs: love and puppets, because we have to spoil this. Love and puppets. Amore e pupazzi. Ragazzi,
amore pupazzi.
Amore e pupazzi. We are being as Italian as we could be. Possibly some of you are going to watch this video maybe tomorrow, maybe in the forthcoming days. I'm gonna spam this video quite a lot because we thought that communicating through a video was better than a bunch of, written posts and this and that. We do have one more thing to entice you, X-Wing or Legion player or Marvel Crisis Protocol player or Blood Bowl player or Sigmar player or
maybe Armada
player or, I don't know, Kill Team player or Warcry player or whatever you are playing in your basement to attend Miniacs. You referred as a 7-step approach to arrive to the point of playing. There is an 8th step, I think, that is joining a game day and or a competition. We all, as I'm going to refer to X-Wing players because I catered these to the XTC. Some of the captains and players are watching, so now I'm going to cater to them. In the last year and a half, 2 years, we saluted ourselves at the System Open Series 2020 in Milton Keynes last year, 2020 in February. We have not had a super large event for quite some time for all the reasons we know. We're not going to go again in depth about it. You know what has happened in the last year and a half. So we, last year, thanks to the availability of Ludic Incoming, the club represented by Giulio, thanks to the effort of Michele, that it should be this way on the screen. Michele. We managed, as Starfighters Italia and Ludic Incoming, to run a more than 100 people event, a 70 plus 80 plus people event in Milan, in all due safety, with proper distancing, all the yada yada, everything that was needed to play properly and in safety. So we have said, discussing, since there's Miniacs, we could replicate the experience. And we said, okay, last year it has been a fantastic event. This year we have a higher, margin of safety because vaccinations have started. We have systems to trace the movements and the green passes and the passports and this and that. So, we feel a little bit safer. And we said we could try to repeat last year's event again. Therefore, we created the 2021 edition of the Starfighters Italia Cup, Coppa Starfighters Italia. But then we said, why should we only cater to the locals? Therefore, we decided to do something extremely daring, something completely bonkers, something that you could find completely senseless as it starts from a name, but we would like to launch and introduce you the X-Wing Europa Cup for 2021. Giulio actually didn't know about this, so he discovers it. He discovers now that he has to change the name.
Look, Filippo, exactly in this moment I was looking at the pair Italy versus Poland, just published by Michele on the Italian community X-Wing group. So I was trying to understand some matches, but it's fine. Okay, I'm amazed at the same, actually. I'm even more amazed to hear that, okay?
So, as everybody knows, the official organized play program from FFG, AMG, Asmodee North America, whatever you want to call it, is on a halt. We do not have the pretense of running the European Championship, but what we would like to do is convert an event that we thought and catered towards the local crowd of Italian and nearby players to a much wider audience, because we think that we are all starved for competitive play. We are, how do you say? We think we can run a decently sized, large event according to the international standards of X-Wing and Legion events. We have decided to convert the official language of the tournament to English and to widen all the conventions available to the participants, also to the traveling players coming for the X-Wing, Legion, and all the other events. All of these thanks to the Miniacs organization. Now, on the field, not much changes because we are already ready for a kind of a high standards event, but we want to ensure to all the traveling players that if you are going to attend Miniacs, and you can find all the info on www.miniacsweek.it, you will find all the material in English language. You will be able to know how to reach the destination. All the conventions are going to be available, but we need Giulio to discuss a few things. And we need Michele for the pricing, but we need Giulio to talk about the sponsors of the event. Because it's not just a bunch of fellas that come there, play spaceships. Oh yeah, I've won a trophy. Miniacs has some serious backing. Field is yours.
Wow. Basically, this is a huge event.
Wrong camera.
Wrong camera. This is going to be a really huge event. This is going to be an event that we estimated with an attendance of over 1,000 attending. So basically, actually, our estimation is between 1,000 and 1,500. Okay, so actually, since we are pushing in that direction and we are truly put in place a really fair event for this sector, we had the chance to get in touch with many companies, many, let's say, economic reality that already exists in this world. One for instance, actually two, for instance, Piffo are the one that you mentioned during this live, the Army Painter and Redgrass Games. Okay. Once we reached them out, they were enthusiastic about this, let's say, event that we were presenting to them. And together with them, there are so many other gaming company, hobby specialists, also industry outside this sector, such as, for instance, well, now I'm not making the names because they are a reality that works in other sector outside from the gaming one. But basically, they were really interested in that, and they provided us the possibility to sponsor us, okay, by providing economic help, by providing prizes, by providing support in so many different ways. For instance, the brushes that I'm putting as, let's say, as prize, that I'm offering Filippo to be put as prize for this competition, they comes from Redgrass Games. Redgrass Games is providing us a huge amount of bundle about their latest goodies for hobby, and those are going to be prizes for attendees to this event. For every tournament, for every competition, for every master classes that will be held during this week, there are incredible prizes coming from this company. Now, if you have a look on the webpage, you will find in the sponsor part, in the partner sponsor part, you will find so many reality that are joining this project. And I can spoiler you that by the end of July, much more will be joining this project. This kind of, maybe some of you who are, let's say, keen to the organization of the event, smaller, medium, bigger, as you can imagine, when you start dealing with a partner or with a sponsor, it's something like a snowball effect. Okay, you start first taking contact with one, then with the second, then with the third. Once you have, let's say, reach an agreement with them, the fourth one came out and start dealing with you as well. Okay, so what I'm saying is that the spreading of the voice help us and is helping us a lot in making this event better day by day. And we are really sure to bring you not only entertainment, but also serious prize for your tournament. For instance, I apologize, this is not, once again, strictly X-Wing related, but people from Legion will be really happy. There is seriously not reason not to attend. Actually, I want to buy an army just to sign me in the list because I'm sure I will take something back.
Should be economical wise to buy an army and
seriously. Actually, I've always dreamed to buy a separatist army because I love the droid. I want to say after every turn, Roger. Okay, this was always my dream. And I think I will do it just only to participate to the event. I'm sure I will be taking something back.
So, full pricing structure for both the X-Wing, Legion, and the eventual Armada tournament, they are not set. Full pricing ladder is going to be disclosed in the forthcoming weeks. You're going to say, oh, but Piffo, it's already half of July. Yes, I know, but
guys,
running this event is going to be insane, and we are working on something extremely satisfactory, especially for you Legion players. I don't know if Giulio would like to provide a tiny bit of a spoiler for the first prize.
Have you ever do you remember? Have you ever, for sure? Do you remember the meme with, let's say, the old man saying, "Hi, I'm Giulio. I'm 25 years old, and organizing this event is not stressful at all." This is something that we will be using, but it's not this the case. You asked me about Legion.
Maybe a tiny bit of a spoiler of the first prize.
The first prize is a full table, guys.
So, if you ever had the issue of having a Legion army, but not having a decently sized, full-fledged scenic table to play, do you know what you get if you win this tournament? Not
table.
Only you get eternal glory and the title of European champion. We don't give a damn. We are going to call you the European champion forever because nobody can stop me. You are also going...
Theoretically, nobody.
Come and stop me from giving...
Stop me if you can.
You are going to win a full scenic table 3D printed for you by a custom 3D printer artisan that's in our circle of contacts. He gave full availability to prepare a table for the winner. So this is the first prize. Just imagine all the rest.
Yep.
Speaking of competition, we have referred to a painting competition. I'm not going to bore you with many more details. I'm just going to ask Giulio one last question before setting him free, because as you might imagine, he's kind of busy. Giulio,
I'm just wet because it's summer, but that's it, guys. Don't worry.
In addition to the tournaments, what other kind of events and attractions will be at Miniacs?
Basically, just to tell you some more history about this event, the dice is not only the logo of the event, but basically is, let's say, the sum of all the type of entertainment, forms of entertainment that are awaiting us to be organized in this event. Okay, the dice is composed by 6 phases. Therefore, there will be 6 dedicated area in this event. Okay, the first phase will be related to tournament of mostly everybody, mostly every possible game that at the moment has a community in Italy and worldwide that on which we are investing in order to organize a tournament. The second phase is strictly related to open play and demonstration area. So, for instance, you are waiting for your friends to finish the game, or you are waiting for the pairings to come up, or basically you are free for that afternoon, morning, day, whatever. You can go in the open play area. You can use all the table they're already prepared for you and play the game that you want. You want to play X-Wing, there will be mat already set for you. You want to play Armada, there will be mat already set for you, and so on and so forth for every other kind of game. In the same area, there will be also another, let's say, side. Let's say this is one side. The other side of this area is strictly related to demonstration. There will be gaming companies, such as Weird for the third edition of Malifox, and other company presenting their game, just as an exhibition. Okay, so you go there, basically, you want to try this title, and there will be demonstrator freely and fully available for you in order to know about this title, to explain, to make you try, and also to provide you some insight how to join the community, how to, let's say, the first buy. What's the proper term, Piffo? When you the early purchase, the starting kit, what's the proper term? When you are approaching a new game.
Yeah, I mean, when you are just, dabbling your feet into the waters of the game.
Yes, basically you are moving your first
steps.
Yes, basically there will be experienced people suggesting you the best way to approach to these new games. And this is the second phase, the play. The third one is the master. The master is composed by international and national artists that will held from Wednesday to Sunday, dedicated masterclass, painting masterclass, supported by the Army Painter, Redgrass Games, Chimera Models, Pegasus Models, and other local distributor and producer about specific techniques. For instance, on Wednesday, there is Miniatures Den, which is an Italian painter who will hold a masterclass on skin tone. On Thursday, there will be another masterclass on metallic non-metal. On Friday, and so on and so forth, there will be a lot of other topics to be touched. Black and white, other kind of skin tone, higher colors, blending, hostel, and so many other topics, each of them with a dedicated masterclass. So, for instance, you are an hobbyist, you are not a player, why don't you join us just to take a masterclass in your most favorite hobby, and you learn something else, and you learn another technique. This is an important topic, because we don't want our event to be only dedicated to players. We want this event to be dedicated at 360 degrees also to people who love painting, who love making hobby on this specific.
Who love puppets.
Who love puppets. Puppets, don't get me wrong when we say love and puppets as the tagline of this event. This is clearly a Goliardic approach by Italian people, okay? Because love and puppets is love is amore and pupazzi in Italy. Basically something related. The real translation should be love and miniatures. Okay, this is the real translation. We want to keep puppets just to be Goliardic. Please don't get the exact meaning of puppets in English, which is
marionettes.
Marionettes.
You're not gonna see marionettes.
You're not gonna see marionettes, nor you're gonna be one. Then, just to close, I don't want to steal you so much time. The remaining 3 areas will be one dedicated to the exhibition of your pieces, of your models. There will be a competition in the exhibition. I have painted a really beautiful ship. I have painted so much beautiful Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I want to display this model in a dedicated area. Then there will be a streaming area, and then there will be the market area. So all those are exactly 6 components, and they are fully represented by the dice.
So all the details about this event, about the competitions, about the painting competitions, the tournament competitions, the gaming competitions, the master classes, the live streaming, the market area, all the sponsors and all the conventions and all the location. Everything is on.
And then we are in Milan. So after the tournaments, after the event, we can have a drink together.
No, guys, this is an important topic. Bravi che avete tirato fuori un tema importantissimo. Bravissimi, to my fellas. Where is going to be held this event? It's not going to be held only in Milan, but it's going to be held in the center of Milan. Why that? Because we wanted to go in a completely different direction rather than the standard and classic gaming fair, okay? Which are usually in the, let's say, more external part of the town. Look, I have been attending UK Game Expo so many years, and is one of my favorite expo worldwide, actually, okay? Even better than most of the Italian one, even better than many other fair. But when you say Birmingham, it's not in Birmingham. It is, let's say, 1 hour from Birmingham, okay? Actually, the Miniacs will be exactly in the center of Milan, in a fully open area, which is both completed by open and closed area for a total of 40,000 square meter, okay? So there will be plenty of space and plenty of area, with several drink shop, with several food truck for the classic Italian street food, and most of all, you are in the center of the town. So if you, during the day, want to attend this event, in the night, you will be really free to visit the city, a city that in September is really rich with so many events, such as, for instance, the Fashion Week, which is also something really appealing for your family or for your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend,
you don't
whatsoever.
have to travel alone. You don't have to travel alone. Take your family, take your friends. Your friends don't like just the gaming aspect, just send them to a masterclass. Is it the other way around? You want to attend the masterclass and they want to play? Welcome to stay. Somebody just wants to go around the town, have a look at the fashion show, go shopping. There you go. Bam, downtown Milan. Great family trip.
You want to bring your wife? Don't mind. You just sacrifice your credit card and it's okay. You can send her directly in the center of Milan, close to Duomo, and have a full week of shopping.
So we have a few messages. We have Darrell, one of the lead components of the judge team for XTC, kind of scouting what our other friend Gary Holton is doing and possibly finding a flight. We have a wild Sebastiano appearing just now, super delayed, but we have a very strong declaration from Mr. Colton saying that he's prepared to be the worst dressed person in Milan. Gary, we do challenge you, please. Come to the Miniacs week. Come win your European X-Wing champion title. We are only waiting for everyone. But aside from jokes, changing the name of a tournament from Coppa Starfighter Italia to X-Wing Europa Cup, it might seem as nothing, just changing the name of a banner on a website. That's not the spirit of this communication. We decided to have a face-to-face invitation to all the players because we felt that just sending you towards a website or a Facebook post was a little bit cold. So we said, okay, let's just stop, have an improvised live call and just seriously, with all our heart, invite all the players in the obvious limit of their possibility, because we know that nowadays traveling is a tiny bit challenging. Things are slowly getting better. If you are in the position to attend Miniacs, be it masterclasses, the market area, tournaments, free gaming, please do so. You are more than welcome. Giulio has prepared a lot of conventions for you. If you need where to stay, you just have to shoot an email via the website, ask for more information. You will have all the information needed to have a very pleasant stay in Milan and have a few days of very fun wargaming. So this is our invitation to Miniacs. Giulio, Michele, if you have any final remarks to the invitation.
Nope, I think that they can enjoy what they were missing too much in the last year and a half. The same wonderful environment that you have found in European Championship in the past, in SOS in the past, all together with other big events like the Games Workshop Games Day, all together in the same location, in the same place, in a wonderful place that is the center of Milan, in a wonderful season for Milan because it's warm, it's not hot, and you can live the dream to play again.
Don't break the spell. Michele, don't break the spell. In September it will be warm and not hot. Don't break the spell, please.
Warm and not. And obviously you will live the dream to play again in person and live the dream to live a movida if you want and see some ducky face that are missing you, and we hope that you are missing us, of course, as all the European players, of course.
And I will make a final remark. When we first made an informal invitation to the XTC captains for the event, Michele offered to pay a round of beer to the XTC captains. I'm doubling down on that. If you are a player or you knew about the tournament from the XTC, I'm paying for your beer. So I'm literally potentially offering a beer to more than 300 players from the XTC. It's very unlikely that everyone will attend, but...
And this is what you are hoping for?
I'm hoping for. I don't know if Team Japan will manage to attend, but Team Japan, if you manage to attend, don't worry. Not only I'm paying your beer, I'm paying your hotel. So, if they do thousands of kilometers to come and play spaceships, yes, Daryl, I'm saying beer. There's going to be beer. I don't know if you saw the video from the location, but they have prepared food trucks and beer trucks. And I'm not going to spoil anything. A few interesting sponsorships for the event.
But let me look. I want to place the last bomb. I promise. This is the last bomb. This is the last, let's say, things that I will say. We have been selecting together with the venue the exact amount of food truck. At the moment, there are seven food truck with 7 different dishes and Italian specific type of food. And during the weekend, there will be a specific challenge among burger, and we want to call this specific challenge Battle Burger, because we want a player to let's say vote for the best burger among those truck food and understand and let's say claim for the victory, okay, and basically crown the winning one. This is what we want, because I know now we are speaking about tournament, okay, now we are introducing this in a community interested in the tournament of X-Wing, okay, but what we really want to create is not only a good tournament, is a full period, which could be 1 day, 2 days, the full week, in which you are truly entertaining yourself. And once you get out from that, we want you to say, when next? What's the next? Okay, because we want really people to be fascinated and really enjoying at 360 degrees this in every aside, in every aspect, from the game to the food, from the drink to the location, from the event to the post event. Okay, really 360 degrees.
So what we're trying to offer is a comfortable, safe, and fun event to enjoy your well-deserved face-to-face X-Wing, Legion, Armada, whatever game you want to play tournament by the end of the summer. If you are in the position to attend, if you are pondering whether to have a weekend abroad, a weekend in Milan, we have lost Michele. I think his connection just died, but he'll be back soon. Whether you're pondering to have a vacation, a short vacation, a weekend out, fun event with your friends, with your family, with both, with all your playing friends, just come to Miniacs and have fun. I'm gonna go out on a limb and promise you a high standards event. We've worked in large X-Wing and other games event. We promise you none of the less. Like I don't know how to properly say this. We promise you at least what you have already experienced. We are working on pricing. We are trying to have something, peculiar and particular instead of all the usual prices. All the pricing ladders will be announced as soon as possible, as soon as we've finished working on them. Hopefully, they will be of your satisfaction. If you have any feedback about this rather improvised communication and or the material available on the website that you see running just under Michele, please let us know. Just shoot an email if you need any clarification. This said, Giulio, I'm going to let you free and go back to all your spreadsheets and budgeting and expenses.
Actually, I must be honest and tell you that right now, Darrell McDowell just actually purchased his ticket to the Miniacs.
So we considered this as a win because this communication was successful.
So Darrell, honestly, I thank you, and I really, appreciate this love and this support, and I can ensure you, as Piffo said, that we will try to do our best not to make only a good event, but to make like we did in the past, like they did in the past, but to make a better one.
And if not, we're all gonna be drunk and pass out. So
okay.
Giulio, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm gonna stay a tiny bit more with Michele because I have some spicy XTC questions for him. And see you at Miniacs in, jolly, 6 weeks. 6 weeks to Miniacs.
Guys, is tomorrow.
if you call it, it answers. It's so close, it answers.
Anyway, seriously, Piffo, Michele, thank you so much for this invitation. It was really much appreciated. Thank you all, guys. And what can I say more? I expect you. No, I'm joking. I would really love to see you all in this amazing event, and I'm sure together. And I'm sure, I'm really sure it will be amazing. Thank you, everybody, guys.
Giulio, thank you for being with us, and talk to you soon.
Ragazzi. Grazie davvero.
A te. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Michele, it's us. Okay, just one question.
Yep.
Since Giulio left, our viewers have dropped. we all know he's he's the most handsome between us three. But I do have one final question for you. Round 7 of XTC group stage.
Yep.
Big match against Poland. You are the coach and one of the sub players for Italy.
Yep.
How is it gonna go? How did the matchups go? What do you think about the forthcoming match?
I think that we didn't have very good solutions, indeed, because Poland is one of the strongest nation that is attending the XTC this year. Has been champion for 3 years in a row, I think, 2 years
See,
in a
two,
row,
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years in a row. They are very, very, very competitive. They are very, very, very strong. There are, I think, that Golonka is in the general ladder the first player between the whole competition, all the 5 groups. So it's really, 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 really hard. We have done a decent pairings, but I think that they are thinking the same because I think that every match can be a win or loss, and we are hoping to make a good match indeed. Anyways, we are playing for the big result. We are not going to.
Toss the match.
Yep, we we are really here to play with them because we like to play with a strong opponents, and we love the competition. So I think that they will give us a very, very, very piece of competition, and we will try to chew it the best we can. I think that will be a very, very, very interesting week this last week in Group A by now.
Yeah. So obviously, being the beautiful Italian I am, you know, and being part of the XTC organization, I have to be impartial and stuff. Obviously, I have to wish good luck to both teams. They both had hiccups in their showing. They had ups and downs. Uh, they are they are having a strong showing for another year. Uh, and about where you can, so sorry, I got caught up in my own thoughts. I was gonna ask you, where are the matches gonna be streamed? Usually the Italian team games have been streamed by fellow Italian streamers, and
Yep.
Polish games have been streamed by X-Wing Polska and other streamers, depending on the time availability. As
I
far as I know, for now, there's no set schedule.
No, 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 because we have just done the pairings an hour, 2 hours ago. So they are setting now the time of the plays of the games. Sorry, and I think that most of the matches will be streamed in double or nevertheless triple streaming channels. Of course, I know for sure that someone is going to be streamed by Funwalk, that is the German guy, I think, and of course. There is someone that is going to be both streamed by Polska X-Wing and all together with one of our Italian streamer channel, I think. But will be very, very, very easy. I think that a streamed match, uh, not depending on who is going to stream, it's delicious for X-wing lover to be seen if it's a match between Italia and Poland, that now are in the three first places in the group. So we hope that everyone can see our matches and enjoy them at all.
So, as a final screen sharing for tonight, I'm gonna put up the matchups for Italy versus Poland. There we go. Let me zoom a tiny bit so we can actually see something. So this week for the final round of the... Oh, Gary, yeah, just tell your boss I'm giving you the authorization to attend. Also, your boss should attend. We have great chaperones for the city of Milan.
Yep, don't mind.
Yep.
We can manage anything about that.
We can
They're
arrange
very...
something as the... How do you call them? The wags, the wives of the football players.
Wags, I think.
The wags. Yeah, we could arrange something like that, like wives and partners and whatever of the X-Wing players having a tour of the city. Let me work on that. So yes, come to the event and bring family. Is going to be fun. Going back to the pairings, this week we're going to see Mirko Cleva, Italian separatist player, playing against Rebels. Rebels.
The Rebel player is Michal Novak, I think. Sorry for my
for the worst, your names.
Yeah, the worst Polish name pronunciation in the world, but sorry for that. Then we have a captain face-off that is Bartosz versus Marco Descordilli. Our
captain match again.
Captain head-off. And then we've got their imperial guy that is Piotr Chudobinski. Sorry for the bad pronunciation again. That is going to play versus our good golden boy Lorenzo Marasca, our rebel player. Then our wonderful Matteo Bennati, scam player, is going to face Pavel Moravsky, that is going to play the first order for Poland. Then our people's champion, Alessandro Zaramella, that is our first order player, is going to face their Republican player, that is Starvald. Then we've got our special boy, Alessandro Mazzi, that is going to face the best player in the tournament since now, that is Golonka. Lukasz. Hi, Lukasz. And then, last but not least, we've got our Tommaso Loss with our Imperial list that is going to play versus Jakub Sokol, that is their scam player.
So, a fairly interesting line of matchups. We are going to see what the week reserves for Group A of the XTC.
Yep.
And Michele, thank you for analyzing the matchups. Thank you for supporting the Miniacs event and the X-Wing Europa Cup. We are going to continuously refer to that as the Europa Cup, whether you like it or not. Anyways, again, we'd be really happy if you manage to attend the event. We consider this as a great occasion in a great venue to see each other after kind of 2 years of basically non-existent face-to-face play, except for those sporadic events that we managed to run. What you're going to have there is a great venue, a great event. You're going to find loads of Italian players. We organized a preparation competitive circuit looking forward to this event. So you're going to find some Italian players possessing a buy from the Starfighters Italia Summer Tour. All info is available about this on the website. We are currently updating it. In case you're interested in running an event abroad that provides a buy for the X-Wing Europa Cup,
Yep.
let's talk about it. I mean, I know the time window is a bit strict, 6 weeks, but I think we can arrange something.
Yep. Write us, please. Write to info at starfightersitalia.com.
Yeah. Or just write me a
info,
Facebook message. It's fine.
or a Facebook message to one of us. It's not a big deal.
So, thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching the video, in case you're watching it in the forthcoming days.
Yep.
And hopefully see you at the Europa Cup. So,
See you there.
as we say at the end of every video, please keep flying casual e fino al prossimo video ci vediamo alla
Volate a
prossima
caso.
volta. Volate a caso, volate a casissimo. Grazie a tutti e buona serata.
Buona serata.
Namaste, ciao ciao.